हेलो एवरीवन, स्वागत है आपका एक बार फिर पूजा टॉक शो में। सबसे पहले तो हैप्पी टीचर्स डे आप सभी को। और उस दिन का इंतज़ार ख़त्म हो गया है जिसका हम इतने दिन से वेट कर रहे थे, और फाइनली वो दिन आ गया। आज हम बात करेंगे सबीरा मैम से। तो सबीरा मैम मिस इंडिया ट्रेनर हैं। हाय, मिस इंडिया ट्रेनर हैं, एटिकेट ट्रेनर हैं, टॉप ट्रेनर हैं इंडिया की, और उन्होंने बहुत सारे लोगों को। सर मैम मुझे ज्वाइन करने वाले हैं, जस्ट 1 सेकेंड में मैम को मैं रिक्वेस्ट भेज रही हूँ। आप सो गाइस लाइक कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए और बने रहिए हमारे साथ। आपके जो भी क्वेश्चन हैं मुझे भेज दीजिए। हेलो मैम।
Hello.
गुड आफ्टरनून। थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग मैम।
My pleasure.
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हैप्पी टीचर्स डे मैम।
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Overjoyed that you have wished me today.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So first of all, thank you so much for joining, ma'am. And you are my great inspiration. I used to follow like all of your videos, and I have done your online course as well. So from there, I got inspiration. And it was my dream that once I'll also get the opportunity to talk to you. And
Yeah.
finally, I got the opportunity. So first of all, thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me opportunity to talk to you.
My pleasure. My absolute.
Okay, so ma'am, let's start with like a brief about like your journey, how you started from acting to etiquette training.
Yes, actually, the very first thing I really did was to go on the radio. That was my really first public appearance. This was way back in the 60s, the 1960s. I used to be on the radio and do a lot of radio shows, plays, etc., discussions, and things like that. And I guess I must have been free and easy and comfortable with my radio appearance. So then somebody asked me, Adi Marsban actually asked me to go on television, do a television show. So that, of course, with that, simultaneously was always my theatre. Since I did for before. So it started since then, and then I was on stage, and since I was in the theater, people said, "Well, why don't you start teaching?" And I said, "Well, just because of that, I don't think I would be able to teach. I don't know." So they said, "Well, all you've got to do is to try your hand at it." So that's exactly what I did. Went out there and I said, "All right, let me start teaching." And I got quite a few clients. I got companies, quite a few companies that came in and wanted me to teach them general English, open general. Then I devised my own manual. I have now got my own manual for teaching with all the difficult words, the puzzling words there in English, so that people can get into the manual and learn. And then I personally teach them. I don't have anybody else that goes and teaches instead of me. It's always me. Personally,
Okay,
enjoyed.
that's great, ma'am. So, ma'am, what is when you were teaching this English and then you became etiquette. So, ma'am, as you are an etiquette trainer and you have trained a lot of people, even including celebrities who became now celebrities. So, ma'am, what do you think? Importance of etiquette and manners. What happens is I belong from technical background like science background. I have worked in the pharmaceutical, and where the people think that etiquettes, manners, and general grooming is not so required because technical skill is most dominant thing there. So, ma'am, as a trainer, as a coach, what do you think?
The soft skills are very, very important. They really make you a whole entire human. Otherwise, you're just a little junk and you stay there. You need to mix with people. You need to interact with people. And how do you interact with people unless you are a good person to interact with? So you have to have the skills, the speaking skills. You have to learn to be charming. We learn to ask people, well, what are you doing and how you go about it, so that you go and speak to people, not just, and don't expect people to come and speak to you. What should they? So you make a special effort, always go out, say, introduce yourself, learn how to give a visiting card. So that's also what I teach, not just dry skills like reading and learning new language, etc. But I have a whole big fine section to, well, dine properly and in style. That is a book, and really most young people, they look at, choose the meal, order the meal, and eat it, enjoy it. The pre-COVID days, we used to actually have a meal together. The COVID days, the demonstration, the Zoom, which they enjoy very much still. So all these things go to make a perfect. So that all these skills have to be put together. Let not a technical person tell you, hello, technical is the big thing, and the other, they matter a lot because they make you a complete human being. Especially the fine
Right.
dining is very important, because you should know how to behave at it. You should reach out to the bread, how to have the soup. So it's not, for instance, it's not drinking soup. Though you're drinking it, you don't refer to it as drinking soup. You refer to it as eating soup or having your soup. The simple word that has so many connotations. So it's very important to learn how to speak well, very important to learn to interact with people, and very important to know pronounce luxury labels as well. I have a whole section on luxury labels, all the labels of the world. I mean, a whole lot of them. I teach you how to name it, because some of them are Italian and they're hard to pronounce. So,
Right.
as well, it, when a person leaves me, finally, they don't want to leave me. That's my problem. They want to keep on learning and learning and learning and learning more idioms and similes and phrases and difficult words and all kinds of things. They want. But when they do leave me, they see themselves as hopefully a complete human being. So what I am now, keeping able to handle literally any situation.
Right.
So
So, ma'am, you
whole holistic view. So go ahead.
yeah, ma'am, your voice is little breaking. It is little breaks are there. I
Okay.
think due to network, I guess.
Yeah, due to network problems, must be, yes, because there's nothing here. It is fine on this
Yeah.
side. Absolutely.
Okay. So, ma'am, what was the thing turning point of your life?
As far as teaching goes, or as far as everything, I mean, anything else, honestly, the big thing in my life was when I started acting. Acting is really my life.
Okay.
So acting is
Ma'am,
really
one.
my life. I, I really started blossoming, let's say, when I acted first. My first production was a play called The Word. And that was many, many years ago, a play called The Word, which was very well received. And then, of course, I went on to do many, many more plays. And the one that I won the national award was for a streetcar named Desire.
Great, ma'am.
Beautiful. Hi, Pulkit. How are you? See, Pulkit is saying hello to me.
Okay. So, ma'am, do you think means like you are etiquette trainer, you are training so many people, and you are top trainer of India. So, ma'am, like you can say that you reached the zenith of success. So now, I didn't know actually your age. By Siddharth sir, I came to know, and I was surprised. Like in this age, also you are, like working and so much energy and all those things. So, ma'am, what made you to work? Like, what do you think? Whatever you are doing currently, that is you meant for, or that you really wanted to do, or it
See,
is
the
like
thing
you
is,
can say that it's a mixture of passion also.
you have to have commitment. I love my work, so that shows, yes. So if you love something, you want to do it, and you never really grow old. And if anybody wants to get groomed by these, I'm hearing some questions here, uh, all throughout. How can I get groomed by you? You just have to call my assistant. Do you have Siddharth's number handy?
1 second, ma'am. Yes, I have. So I'll type the Siddharth's number here.
So just type his number on the screen so people know how to touch with me.
I posted Siddharth's number. You can contact with him. So you can then you can contact with Sabira ma'am as well.
There it is, right for everyone to see. 982189455. Thank you for doing that.
My
Oh,
pleasure,
Olive,
ma'am.
how nice. Yes.
So, ma'am,
So,
what is the one advice which you want to give everyone?
well, I have lots of pieces of advice to give people, but I say be happy. That is the one big piece of advice. And look up to the skies and never at the floor, never at the ground. Look up, see the stars, and aim for the moon. Always aim up high and you reach there. Because if you are not, and if you're staying down here, right on earth, that's not going to happen. So reach for the stars. Look for them right up there and say, I am going to be a star myself. You will be. Like just for instance, see Adeline. Adeline did so well in her competition right now when she went for the Miss Universe. She worked very hard. And these were the things that I constantly told her. And she stood
Right.
third in the Miss Universe. And she did us proud. People,
Yeah. Right.
things that people, yeah. Thank you for wishing me.
So, ma'am, from acting, then training, and then after that in pageants, you entered in some new industry as well. So, how was your experience about the pageant?
Well, I've just written a book. So that's where
Okay.
I thought something new and something very interesting for you to know. I've just written a book and I'll show you the cover. It's right here.
Yeah.
It's called A Full Life. Here it is.
Okay. Okay, guys, this is Sabira
There.
ma'am book, and I think lot of wisdom there. So please buy it, and I'm gonna have a one copy today.
Yes, it's not available yet. It's going to be in the market,
Okay,
but it's not available as yet. Soon it will be available. And it's about my
okay,
how I started and as a child and a little bit of my schooling, a little bit of my how I got married, how I grew up together with my husband. Because you remember one thing, you have to have a very encouraging partner.
yeah,
Without the encouragement and your partner, it'll be a very hard step upward. So it's wonderful just to have a good partner who encourages you all the way and who is the wind beneath your wings,
right, ma'am,
because you have to have wind beneath
right. So, ma'am, this much big career. So, what is anything worst happened with you in this big career and
you.
maybe
No,
in life?
you mean something which was untoward? we always think that just own the things that you put you down. But you should never learn from the mistakes. The only thing
Yeah.
to do to learn from your mistakes and move up further, not fall you down. But fall you down, I mean pull you down. If you make a mistake, so what? Show me a person who can make a mistake. Everybody makes. So if you have made a mistake, learn from it and improve upon
Right. So, ma'am, so many times it happens when we do our things and things are not, happening like whatever we thought. So we got some negative feeling or give up kind of feeling. So maybe some point of time you also felt, or maybe everybody got some point of time some negativity. So when you get some negativity, so how you cope up that? What and all things you do
when
to
you feel
that?
negativity, what in uh, positivity with my life. And then when I had the Studio 29, which was a wonderful thing that happened then way back in the 80s, I had the studio where I'd had a discotheque. We had lots of problems there, a lot of labor problems and things like that. So you have to rise above those those problems, rise above negative thoughts, rise above criticism. See, if you're up there, people are bound to criticize you in some. You can't please all of the people all of the time. You can please some of the people some of the time. See, so that's a wonderful saying, that you can't please all of the people all of the time. So rise above it. That's the only thing to do. Don't let anything get you down. And one big thing with me is my faith in God. I let that faith in God just lift me up and take me right up. You must have faith in something. You must have faith apart from having faith in yourself. You have to have faith in something which is above that. And I have a great deal of faith in God, and that works.
Right.
Really, to be involved, superior being, you might choose to address.
Ma'am, many small town girls which want to go into the modeling and which want to start their career in modeling, ma'am, one advice which you want to give them so that they can, start helping themselves and developing what and all things they should work on.
I think I think you should go out and join a modeling school. You just can't decide to become a model and go on stage and model. So it is
Right.
important to join a modeling school, learn how to model, and then come forward, be a good model, work with the largest and the biggest designers, and you'll see how well you move from there. So being in the small town, I know there's not much opportunity. So most of the girls have to come to cities like Delhi or Mumbai. And I think Mumbai is a great center for a girl to develop herself if she can share an apartment with somebody, stay as a paying guest, and learning.
Right. So it was a very great session, ma'am. One last question, and it is little personal question. Like I'll ask about myself. So, ma'am, I'm starting very soon. I'm going to start my journey as an image coach, and I'm also very interested in etiquette and body language. This part, and in that, like little bit part, I also learned from your course. So, ma'am, my interest is like corporate and pageant. So, I would like to know, like, if I want to start my journey in pageants, so how can I start? Little bit suggestion from your side, ma'am.
You mean you want to take part in the pageant? You want to take part in the pageant?
No, ma'am. As a trainer, if I want to start my journey from there.
Well, I there are quite a few modeling schools here,
Okay.
nearby, so you can easily apply to one of those schools, learn a little bit from there, go up model rank, because that's the step you from go on to Instagram and say that I would like to do this. And you know, it was different in our days. We didn't have what you have today. You have Google, you have Instagram, you have so many things. But we had in those days just had ourselves depend upon
Alright.
and slowly made from company into the other company. Heard about you, told you, and then you said yes to them, and you started, and then the company heard of you again, and then again they called you. So it it was very, very different in those days. It was more word of mouth than anything else. So still, even now, word of mouth is very important. If people speak about you and they talk about you, that's going to give you the popularity. That's going to make you famous. That's going to give you a sound area where you can have your image consultancy. So the more the people know about you, the better it'll be. So go on Instagram, go on Facebook, let people become this.
Right. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time, for your precious time, and happy Teachers' Day once again. And thank you so much for coming our show and giving your precious time for us. Once again, happy Teachers' Day and have a good day, ma'am.
My pleasure. Thank you very much for having me. An honor to be. So
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone, for
thank
joining.
you.
See you
Thank
next
you for
time.
joining. Thank you everyone for joining. Goodbye. Goodbye.
And please follow Sabira ma'am. Ma'am's ID is Sabi Chotu. I'm writing here also. You can follow ma'am. And you can follow her course also. It's very effective. I have learned from ma'am, and it was a great thing, an awesome thing, whatever I have learned. And yes, I have not that much implemented. I have to do that also. So please follow ma'am, and see you next Sunday once again. Thank you so much, ma'am. Have a good day.
Thank you.